Alright, so I thought I'd give you a little update on my flight box. Now here's the box I've been using the last 3 years, alright? It's a nice pull fishing case, and I'm perfectly happy with this box. I mean, it's great. You can see in the lid I have blast tubes, and for those I like to use a 32nd inch thick wall aluminum tubing. Makes a really nice blast tube. Okay, then I have an insertion stick to get the motor in. I have puller sticks to get the blast tubes in. In the corner there, that's the Superior Stooge by Starlink-Flitetech. Alright, it's a really nice stooge. It holds even my largest planes, and it's a little bit lighter than the simple stooge. Okay, I'm still using the Sidewinder, alright, to wind the planes. But these days I'm flying a lot more Coupes and Wakefields, okay? So here's an example. Alright, here's a box I made. The box actually holds 3 Wakefields and 3 Coupes. Right now what I've got in there is 2 Wakes, 2 Coupes, and the Jabberwock. I'm going to take all of those flying tomorrow. Alright, and here's the case that I'm using, the flight box I'm using now. Alright, this is actually an Aero case, a Aero Plus case by MTM. Alright, and basically, so you can see over here I have the Andriukov winder. It's a Wakefield winder. Here's the handle. Has a counter and a torque meter. It's really, really nice. This is actually a plastic pencil box case. It's really nice. I have all sorts of tools and small components in there. It also fits perfectly in the box. You can see I have a couple of them. And then I have the, this is an Andriukov stooge, but I'm only using the stooge these days just to hold the plane because I'm winding the motor outside of the plane, all right, using a half tube system. So here's an example. This is a half tube by Starlink-Flitetech. You can see it has a hook in the back, so you can just slide this in and you can hook onto the rear peg, okay? It has a bobbin and a little wire holder I made for the front. Alright, and the nice part about this is it replaces 3 things. It replaces the blast tube, it replaces the insertion stick, and the puller stick. So you can see the lid is empty here because I no longer need those things, alright? And basically what I'm doing is I just hook to the fence. I just use this to hook to the fence. I'm not winding on the stooge. And then I wind the motor and then I slip on the half tube and then I can put it in the plane. Now the nice part about that is I can pull as hard as I want because the fence is anchored in cement. Alright, whereas I actually bent one of my other stooges by pulling a little too hard. Now to get the half tubes to the field, I'm using this. Now Andriukov sells these half tubes, plastic tubes that you can put the half tubes in. So here's an example. This is an Andriukov half tube. All right, it's a little bit bigger. It only works for certain of my planes. Nice part about this is he has an advanced bobbin, so you don't need a little wire hook. You can just put the bobbin right on the tube. Okay, and you know, to bring them out to the field, I'm using this. This is a plastic, compact Aero case by MTM, and I actually have 10 tubes in there right now. What I like about this is I can lube the motors and load them all up while I'm at home. You can even pre-wind them if you want. And then when I'm in the field, I never have to handle the motor. All right, I just can insert them and take them out using the half tube system. So now in order to fly, all I've got to do is bring this, the half tube case, and then my flight box, and then I'm ready for a fun day of flying.